Just jumping back on here for a few minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, UGC gang in the house. I know I went live earlier, but I wanted to come back on here to give some words of encouragement after getting off of the phone with a client and just listening to the stories, man. Listening to some of our stories. I want you ladies to be hopeful. Greetings, Eden. I don't want you to feel desperate and out of control of your life. I don't want you to feel that way. And a lot of us feel that way. A lot of us feel out of control, like we have no say so over the direction that our lives go, and it's simply not true. It's simply not true. We cannot control who loves us and who doesn't. I mean, we like to think we can. We like to think that we have some sort of power in altering the emotions of people. Like we can make somebody love us that doesn't, you know. And that's a dangerous task because it requires so much energy, so much time and energy and cajoling and manipulation tactics. I think the only people that do well with that level of manipulations are people who are psychopaths. If you're a psychopath, then manipulating people is very easy because you don't care about them. And if you know that you're not, one of those that just don't care about anybody, like you're an empath or something, and you actually really do care about what people think and what they feel about themselves and about you, then you have to ask yourself, am I ready for this science project called getting this dude to love me? For some of us, we undertake a whole science projects trying to get people to come on board with what we're selling. I don't feel that love has to be that hard. I think relationships are hard because people are masking their traumas, their insecurities. I think that's what makes relationships hard, is because everybody's pretending to feel better about themselves than they actually do. They're pretending to be smarter than they actually are. They're pretending that they have more value than they actually have. And it's a tug of war, because you have one hand where you want to be yourself. And if you are yourself, then you get taken advantage of. And on the other hand, if you pretend to be somebody else, you realize, okay, I can get you to fall in love with me if I pretend to be somebody else. But in doing that, you're trapped, because you're now on a script of becoming or being someone that's not authentically you, but you're able to get this person to love you if you act like that. If you're just truthful with them, they don't respect you. If you lie to them, they love you. The stupidity called human beings. The stupidity called human beings. And it's not until we get all the way to the last chapter of the book of our lives that we realize I spent a lot of this time being false, living in falsehood, living a lie, living a lie. You know, and that's a hard place to be in. That's a hard place to be in. You can't make people. You can try to make people love you, but that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. We grow old too soon and wise too late. How about that? We actually do. We actually do. I talk about relationships on this channel because it's the thorn in everybody's heart. It's created a lot of insecurities and self-doubt and mental illness and physical disease. This is what relationships do for the most part. And I wish it wasn't that way. I really do. I wish there was something more encouraging to tell you, like, every man that smiles at you really, really wants to be with you. But it's not the case. There's a lot of wolves out here. And it sucks that as women, we have to live our lives, like 99.999% of our lives, we have to live it on defense. We have to live it, preparing to be abused. You live your life preparing to be abused, creating buffers and contingencies so that you can make it out of the possible abuse halfway alive. That's a woman's life for the most part. Your mother warns you. If you have a decent father, he warns you too. So you come up, as soon as you have understanding, you realize, okay, I can be hurt out here. That there are men out here who can hurt me. And the quagmire of it all is that we're prepped for this, and at the same time we want their love. We want their love too. So there's that. Can you imagine when you think about your life? As soon as you hit puberty, your mother probably gave you the speech about boys, stay away from them. They're this, that, and the third. Close your legs. Don't talk. Don't go here alone. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's you go from feeling free to imprisonment. Imprisonment. A lot of women that I talk to were violated in some kind of way. So add to all of the warnings, some of us were actually violated. And there's that too. And you get with these men and you're hoping for the best. You're hoping that, he can look beyond what has happened to you, the violations that have happened to you that make you feel small, that make you feel sullied. And a lot of times that doesn't work, because once he spots your vulnerability, he decides to, stake his claim, get a spot in your heart to smudge a little more, to dig a hole a little deeper. He doesn't protect you because you're vulnerable. He uses you because you're vulnerable. This is what most men do. Quite unfortunate. Thank you for the donation, Weaver. Thank you. So there's that. So a lot of, womanhood is not easy. Womanhood is not easy. It's one neurotic episode after another, one after another. And somehow within that, we got to have some, we got to find some emotional balance, somehow within all that. With all the naysayers saying that we don't deserve what it is we want, we have men who want to exploit us while telling us we don't deserve what we want. We have friends trying to exploit us also, telling us we don't deserve what we want. Everybody's out to exploit us. And God forbid you don't look too appealing. It's even worse when you don't look appealing, because then nobody feels bad about exploiting you. That's what this whole thing is. If you don't look cute enough, it's like if you're not pretty enough, you can't activate people's morality, because you're not pretty enough to activate the right or wrong instinct inside of people. And that's the unfortunate part. That's the unfortunate part there. And this is why I tell y'all to be careful, because we got a lot to worry about as women. And if you are so-called unattractive, it's even more. It's even more. Because nobody's conscience gets activated. Everyone's conscience is clear if you're unattractive. Oh, well, you deserve what you got. So there's that part. But I'm here to tell you that we have to do a little more work in creating our reality. We don't have any energy to waste on anything that takes us away from empowerment and our personal goals. Like we don't have enough. We don't have a surplus of energy for anything outside of creation, of sustaining what it is we want. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. It's so easy to get sidetracked and believe in the hopeless and the helpless talk that's dictated to us. And we have to be careful with all of that. Do you think B. Simone is being delusional about manifesting the man she wants? People think she doesn't deserve it just because she wants to manifest it. Doesn't mean she will have it. What do you think? I believe B. Simone, she calls her own shots. She's the only one that can really say what she can or cannot have. We can't say what she can or cannot have. Her decisions, her temperament, how she feels about herself, the experiences she invites into her life are what will manifest her results. If we could dictate what B. Simone can get, then if we were that good at that, then we would be better. We should be better at manifesting what we want in our own lives. If we could call what somebody else can get, if you have the power to do that, then you should have everything that you want. We have no right to say what she can and cannot have. And that's what I've been talking about for the past couple of days. Guys have been dissecting what she has said. And I'm not here in defense of anything, any of her what her decisions and how she wants what she wants. I'm not here to defend anything but the fact that she has a right to want what she wants. Is it right? Is what she wants right? That's for her to decide. I'm here to say, if she says this is what she wants, what's the criminality in that? And a lot of men, make it seem like it's criminal for her to state what she wants. Delusional? I mean, if she's delusional, We can break out the stats and all that kind of stuff on, you know, on what she wants, and maybe the numbers don't support what it is that she's looking for. Like the likelihood of her getting one, maybe the numbers are kind of skewed up as far as that's concerned. But does it mean that she can't have it? No. I mean, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. If we're gonna do paint by numbers here, if we're gonna do everything by numbers here, then you know y'all shouldn't be having sex outside of wedlock, because the numbers say that the sooner you have sex, the likelihood of you catching STD increases by exponentially. I don't know exactly the numbers, but any woman who has sex outside of wedlock, the likelihood of her getting diseases increases. The likelihood of her getting raped increases. The likelihood of becoming a single mother increases. There's numbers, you can go look it up. There's numbers to support all those claims. So if we're gonna run the numbers, we gotta run the numbers for everything. If we're gonna live our lives by data, then we gotta live our lives by you run the whole rap sheet. Don't just do it for this and not do it for that. That's the thing. That's the thing. Not cool to steal from others. Well, that's something her and her lawyers and whoever will have to deal with. I don't know. I'm not in defense of any of that. She's the topic of discussion because we are called to ask, what is it that we are entitled to as women? Do we go for realistic, or do we go for what we want? Do we go for practical, or do we go for what we've always dreamed about? Is one better than the other? Is one sinful and one saintful? That's the question. And who determines that? Who determines that? Someone who isn't getting the results they want gets to determine that? We have to ask ourselves this. The only offense of anything she said would be if she's saying it and really doesn't mean it. That would be dishonest, and that would be delusional. If she's saying something that she doesn't really mean, that she doesn't feel, and that she doesn't really mean, then it becomes delusional. Who determines that, though? Who determines that? The patent office has tons of stolen things in the museums. Oh, you're talking about her plagiarism? Listen, from what I understand, I think she said she wanted to reach out to whoever it was. She had no idea her advertisers or somebody was putting together the book, and she had no idea that some of the elements of it were plagiarized. That's what she's saying. So maybe she'll right the wrong. I hope so. I hope so. Maybe we should keep it to ourselves. I think that's the problem there. I think she should have kept. I think she could have. She should have stated it more politically correct, just to avoid all the backlash. If she'd have done it, if she'd have politicked, if she'd have been a better politician, it wouldn't have been such an uproar. But she delivered it honestly, and look what happened. She said what she felt. She didn't sugarcoat it. She didn't make nice. And look what happened. Look what happened. Total backlash. Total mayhem. Yes, too much information. Everybody didn't need to know that. Only the guy pursuing her needed to know that, and he didn't even need to know that. To be honest, he didn't really even need to know that. The need to know. It's like if some you tell somebody what listen, you tell somebody what you want. How often do you get what you want when you tell somebody what you want? That's the question of the day. He asks you what you want, what you're looking for. You tell him. Does he give it to you? Hello. Does he give it to you? We have all these deep conversations. Well, tell me what you're looking for. Does he give it to you after you tell him? So even then, you kind of got to be real. You got to approach this thing real gingerly. Like how much does he need to know right now? Yes, hello. How much does he really need to know right now? Because he ain't willing to do nothing right now. So how much do I have to tell this dude when he ain't really willing to do nothing right now? So it's a need to know basis. It's a need to know basis. Even across the dinner table, you need to shut your mouth. you need to shut your mouth. Because the more you say, the more vulnerable you become. Look what's happened to our sister. Look what's happened to B. Simone. The more you say, the more vulnerable you become. Well, what do you want? Well, if I tell you what I want, does that make any difference? Because, if we're going to be truthful about this, people are only going to give you what they're going to give you. Whether they have knowledge of what you want or not, it's only but so much wiggle room you have with that. He still already has in his mind what he's going to give you, whether he has knowledge of what you want or not. Usually the knowledge of what you want, it backfires because it's used as a manipulation tool rather than okay, so I know what she likes, I'm going to get her everything she likes. It's never used for that. It's never used for that. It's, that's what she's looking for. Okay, so I know she needs this. I know she's emotional about that. I know I can get her here and there. That's usually what it turns into. So the whole conversation about what you want, ladies, when you're having dinner with these men and you're talking to them about, the question about what you want comes up, be real general with it. Be real general, like, right now I'm just waiting to see. Right now I'm waiting to see what manifests. Because at the end of the day, he's only going to give you what he wants to give you. Unless you strong arm him, and then if you start on that foot, you always got to do that. And then you know what that builds up? Resentment. Then he resents you afterwards. Then he feels trapped. Then he has buyer's remorse. So even that doesn't work. He's weeding you out. Yeah. Yeah. Linda? Who's Linda? What Linda got to say? Yes, block her ass. Omega, you are not, Celsius, you are not lying. This dude and I literally had a whole conversation about things and items I liked, and he never produced anything we discussed. That's UGC. You see, our sister, our lovely, smart, all of that boss lady sister Omega said that she had a whole conversation. She gave the dude her whole dossier of what she wanted, and he didn't produce nothing that she said she liked. It be a scam, y'all. It be a scam. Sometimes you gotta, when he asks what you like, whatever you willing to give me is what I like. Sometimes you might need to say that. See what he come up with. See how creative he is and how motivated he is. Like, I like whatever you're willing to give me. How about that? And just play it out and see what happens there. Instead of having all these lists of what you want and what you want just for the nigga to disappoint you. Just for him not to come through. Let him work to figure it out. Let him work a little bit to figure you out. I told y'all already, you talk too much. You talk too much. I said that before. This Dusty offered a trip to the next state, but his bands had to go in the shop. Oh, he wanted to do a road trip. Ain't that wrong? Road trips are kind of fun. Road trips are kind of fun. You get to know what level of hygiene you're dealing with, because you trapped up in a car with somebody for 5 hours. You know what they smell like. I'm just saying, you know what they smell like. So that might be useful. That ain't too bad. Don't ever let them figure you out. No, don't let them. No, not at first. That whole what you like, dude. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I like right now. I'm an open vessel. Maybe you need to introduce me to things. Show me something that I might like. I don't know what I like. Tell me what I like. And see what happens there. It's still daylight there. Not no more. It's about dark now. It's about dark now. Well, I've been going through some things. I need a friend. Everybody need a friend out here. But they say you're being distant when you don't talk much. You can still talk. You can talk and laugh. Listen, y'all gotta learn to tell jokes or something. You need to learn how to talk about things besides yourself. I mean, family members, situations at work, politics. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all believe in UFOs. You could talk about UFOs, extraterrestrials, Area 51, some shit, conspiracies. Those are always good conversations. It ain't always gotta be just about you and what you want, how many men you had sex with, when was your last relationship, what do you do in bed, those things. It's like, no. And if you're not a good conversationalist, you better be a good questioner. Then learn how to ask questions so that he can talk. If he talks enough, he's not gonna feel you're closed off. If you're talking and you're laughing, that's a good conversation. And you don't have to give up no information. But him asking you what you want, you saying I don't know right now, it's true. Because it's a I don't know right now, because I don't know what you're willing to do here. That's what I'm on a date with you, to find out what you want from me and what you're willing to do. I can't dictate to you, because once I start I'm dictating you what you're supposed to do for me, I'm gonna get scammed. Because you're gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna give you that, but that promise is only made up until the point I lay down with you, and then it becomes reality anyway. Don't y'all understand? After you screw him, then he tells you then he reveals to you what he was always not going to do to begin with. Then he reveals what he never planned to do for you from the beginning. Don't isn't that how it ends up? Before you have sex, there's all these promises and the hypotheticals and all that kind of stuff. And then after you have sex, then the truth comes. Well, I'm not really ready for, serious relationship right now. I'm just saying, to be honest. To be honest, right now I'm not in that space. I thought I was. I'm open to things, but to say definitively what I want to do, I can't tell you definitively what I want to do. So we're gonna table that. We're gonna table that till later. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see what y'all say here. Seriously, let's connect. I will. Oh, okay. Y'all hooking up. Y'all hooking up. That's what's up. So yeah, y'all. That's it in a nutshell. We have a lot of we do have a lot of emotional baggage. We do have a lot of water under the bridge. Most women do. And this is why I say that to the ones of you who watch this channel who are just starting to date, who are still virgins, please don't give it up. Don't give in. Don't give it up. You are not missing anything. I know your whorish friends. I know your whorish friends are saying, come to the other side. Come to the other side with the rest of us. Come be trauma victims with the rest of us. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. You can wait. You can. I know it feels like you feel a little lame for waiting. Even some of you who've been in relationships and you're waiting for the right situation to come along. Your friends are telling you that you're lame. What are you waiting on, girl? Go ahead and get what you need. Go ahead and get what you need. It's always better to wait. Wait him out. He could be a scammer, but how long he gonna scam you? How long he gonna scam? It's only so much scamming a dude can do while not producing anything. He ain't gonna scam. He can't scam you for a whole year and not do nothing in the whole year, unless you really ain't got no requests. You ain't got nothing you asking him to produce or do for you. For him to go a whole year or two scamming and not doing anything, it's kind of hard to do. That's kind of hard to do. I'm 5 years celibate. I'm good, family. There you go. Omega is a virgin again. Omega done reverted that snatch back. She got that snap back now. She got that snap back now. That's how you do. Sit on it. Sit on it and regain some semblance of mental clarity, control, and focus. Because we all live in traumatic lives out here, and we gotta get rid of the victim mentality, the whole trauma thing. I know it's hard for some of us because of what we've been through, but listen, unless you're gonna jump off a bridge, it's a decision to make. Unless you want to end it all, there's a decision to make. Like, okay, this is not going to be the narrative of my entire fucking life. This is not going to be what my life represents. This thing that happened to me before, this thing that this man that I love did to me, or whatever it is. That's not going to be the sum total of my life. And that's a decision we all have to make. That's a decision we all have to make. The next guy is in trouble. Just kidding. Uh-oh, you waiting too? You waiting too? It's a lot of sisters that are celibate. Huh? We have a lot of good clean sisters. Good and clean. Good clean sisters. That's what's up. Thank you for this anti-sex campaign. So I'm trying to save vaginas out here. I'm trying to save our vaginas out here. I know it's hard to sit on it, but it's the best thing that you can do. It's the best thing that you can do. I think the whole, sex drive thing is convoluted. Convoluted, and a lot of it is overrated. Because when you think of all the men you gave ass to who didn't care about you, I bet you wish you could snatch it back. I bet you wish you could go ahead and retrieve your vagina from some of these men you gave it to. If you could go back in time and snatch your snatch back, go back in time and snatch the snatch back, I bet you would. So there's that. There's that. It gets easy because trust when sex is off the table, not even the postal words smile at you. Yeah, it gets easier. I'm staying away, locked away. It's a jungle out here. It really is. It really is a jungle out here. People are not as happy as they are pretending to be. And women especially. Women especially. Y'all come on my live. Some of y'all come on my lives and talk about the men that you with, and then you worry you don't know if he likes you. And every one of you that asks that are having sex with these men. You're having sex with men and you don't know what he feels about you. You're unsure of or if you're in a relationship, if he cares, if it's going somewhere, and you're having sex with him. This is what happens. This is what happens when the commitment isn't laid down, the parameters and all that kind of stuff ain't laid down. When you just trying something out, you going along with his speed. You going along with his pace instead of saying, wait a minute, I ain't in no rush here. Well, what we doing here? What am I? Oh, well, I don't know what it is yet. So what we having sex for? You don't know what it is yet. Then what we doing this for? Because ain't like he gonna fall in love with you after you have sex. After you have sex, he ain't gonna want you no more. So sex isn't the determiner of love anyway. Because usually relationships go to shit after you open your legs. He can like you very intensely up until the point you open your legs. And after that, he go from calling you 5 days a week to calling you once every 2 weeks, twice a month. Y'all know that's what happens. Y'all know that's what happens. So feelings are already determined before you lay down. Before you lay down. The only way sex could be a deal breaker is if your snatch smell like sardines or something like that. You got a hygiene problem, you got worms coming out of your cunt or something like that, then that could be a deal breaker. But if you ain't got all that going on, it ain't no deal breaker. And you could be real basic in bed and the dude still marry you. He still date you and you basic. There's a lot of basic chicks get a ring on their finger. Don't get it twisted out here. You got to be jumping through fire hoops and shit like you Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey circus kind of shit in the bedroom. You ain't got to do all that shit. The nigga gonna walk away anyway. You could do all kind of tiger tricks, all kind of Cirque du Soleil in the bed, and he go, well, I already had that. Excuse me? Dude, I'm doing Cirque du Soleil all up and down here. What you mean you already had that? Well, I done seen that trick for the past 6 months. What else you got? What else you got? You ain't got no white tiger in there? I done seen all these lions. Do you got a white tiger in there? Bet you can you do the clown car gag like 20 niggas coming out of damn clown car? Can you do that shit? This sex ain't no deal breaker, man, because he gonna get tired of you regardless. It becomes new becomes old regardless of what you do. New becomes old. And every chick out here, every baddie out here, know that ask Lisa Ray. Ain't Lisa Ray got cheated on? Ain't a man kicked the ass and cheated on her with Nicole Murphy or whatever her damn name is? You could be as bad as you want to be and get got out here. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Am I lit with the lives? I'm just trying to help you. I had to come back on here after hearing a story that it almost broke my heart. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Another sister just feeling down. Just feeling down. I don't want y'all to feel that way. I don't want you to feel like you got to listen to people's bullshit. Like you can't pull up your pants and go, you know what? Never mind. I'm not ready for this. Sometimes you might be in a situation where your panties is actually off. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. You may be in a situation where you almost there. Your underwear is on the floor. And you sitting here, you're about to do something in your mind. In your mind, you're like, you know what? I'm really not ready for this. I don't think I want to do this. Even if half your clothes are on, you have a right to go, you know what? Stop. Let's wait a minute. Let me back up a little bit and revisit this. Right now, I can't, I'm not there. I'm not there right now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you blue balls or whatever it is. My bad. I'm a fool for bringing it to this point and not having the heart to say nothing until half my clothes was off. I'm a fool for that. But I gotta go. Some of y'all are in situations where you're almost at the door, and out of shame, you fuck these niggas out of shame. The nigga shaming you into opening your fucking legs. You ashamed to say, you know what? I changed my mind. You fuck the nigga because you ashamed to tell him, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You're ashamed to say no because you don't feel by saying no, I'm not ready, you don't think you're sophisticated enough. You don't want him to think you're not sophisticated. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You don't win no points for sophistication either. We're going to tell the truth here. We tell the truth here on this channel. You don't win points for being a virgin. You don't win points for being matronly and, not being a slut. They talk all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you don't win no points for that. You don't win no points for that. It is how submissive are you? How compliant are you going to be? How much money do I need to spend to get you to do what I want you to do? And that's how you're evaluated. Are you coming with half? Because if you're a 5 or a 4, then I need to subsidize your income for the inconvenience of fucking a woman I'm not attracted to. You got to come with half the money so that I don't have buyer's remorse. I'm requiring you to pay half for me to fuck you. And that's what it is. And I'm trying to get y'all to see that at the end of the day, there is nothing to be ashamed about when you're looking out for yourself. There shouldn't be any shame in that. There shouldn't be any shame in that. Life is how it is, and we have to look out for ourselves, because the wolves in sheep's clothing abound. That's just what it is. The foolishness is exhausting. It is. It is. It is. You know, a lot of our men pretend like they don't have emotional issues when they do, because they do. You know, they dog us out, they berate us, they clown us, they make sideshows out of us. Look at her, look at this one, look at that one. They condemn what they like for the most part, and I say that all the time. A lot of these men have complaints about the women that they like. Y'all realize that? They complain about women they're attracted to, women that they like, women that they'll screw. If they had the opportunity, that they would still screw them. And this is women they complain about. So we can't compete with that kind of sensibilities. We can't compete with that. You're beating a dead horse there. You're beating a dead horse there. You're trying to be equal to them when you're supposed to be the goddess. Oh, here we go. So, because you on that ego trip, you on that shit. The goal is not to be equal to men. That should never be the goal. You have a certain place, you have a certain role to play. And it has nothing to do with equality. Y'all already know we wear the hat of restorers. Don't black women restore men? We're the ones that restore them. After the world beats them up, they come to get nursed back to health. This is what we do. This is what we do. So we have a role. We have a role to play, and it's not being equal. We are the mothers of civilization, and that's really real. That's a real role. Somehow we got caught up in chasing the image of our own creations. We revere what we've created. We put what we've created above ourselves, and we got to reverse that. We got to reverse that. I would hear men say the worst thing about women they were dating or married to. What is that? That's what I'm saying. I hear it all the time too. I'm like, but this is the mother of your children. This is a woman you were with for 5 years. Like, okay, at what point was there a problem? Like, when did you figure out there was a problem with this girl? And it's usually after they sleep with you. They come to conclusions after they sleep with you, but they don't go nowhere. They have all these revelations after they sleep with you, but they still calling you. They're still calling you for nightcaps and all that stuff. Thank you, Miss V, for the donation. Thank you, Mr. Wright. So there's that part. We set our trends and invest in ourselves, please, my sisters. Yeah, we are trendsetters. It's all about us. We are all that in a bag of chips, but we validate everybody else. We give all of our sugary goodness, our energies to everybody else. We make white women valid, Asian women valid. We make everybody else feel important because we're trying to emulate other people. We complain about who likes this and that. I told y'all before, if we would just be quiet about all of that. When these dudes get on social media talking about what they prefer, if we didn't have anything to say, if we didn't have any, like a collective mom's the word on that, how relevant would his preference then be? What would be so important about his preference if we had no rebuttal for it? If we were like, oh, okay, you like that? Okay. We needed to know. We needed a bullhorn on that. Deuces, like, okay, if we just did that, everything would be copacetic. The easiest way for men to clout Jesus now is just say, well, I only like this type of woman. And here we go. Here we go in an uproar. And in the uproar, and the dude still having babies with women he don't want. Just like, what's the rapper dude that was talking about his baby mamas? I forgot his name. It's so many of them. I mean, that ain't even narrowing it down. So many of these rappers talk about their baby mamas. I'm like, y'all. But you drag them, but you have seeds. This woman's getting pregnant. This woman that you don't want is having baby number 3 with you. No, it's not. It's not Future. Although he's one of them, I'm not even talking about Future. So many of them, but it's not Future. It's not Rick Ross neither. Although he's another one. Boosie, yes, him. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all see how sad this is? All these dudes got problems with their baby mamas. Somebody said Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne too, huh? Lil Wayne too. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anybody that comes into your space, make sure your goal is to maintain peace. Don't allow men to push your buttons emotionally. He's going to try to do that. He's going to try to see what makes you blush, what makes you feel insecure, what makes you feel uncomfortable, so that he can, maneuver around it and dig into your psyche and work your ass like a sock puppet, like I always say. You're going to try to work your ass like a sock puppet. And I need for you to just just keep your emotions like this. Don't go high and don't go low. Just be right in the middle. I've told y'all this before. You got to be lukewarm. Don't be extra hot and don't be cold. Just be lukewarm. Approach everything with a neutrality. He gives you a compliment. Don't get all wet and giddy and all loosey goosey with the shit. Go, okay. Thank you. And leave it at that. Don't let it rock your world. Don't be on the drive home. Oh my God, he called me cute. He thinks I'm cute. Don't be all like that. Be like, okay, well, thank you, sir. That was a kind thing to say. That's such a kind thing for you to say. And let that be that. Lukewarm is how you maintain mental stability. Lukewarm. Avoid UGC. I'm talking to you now. Avoid any extremes, whether hot or cold. Don't live on either end. Stay centered. Stay in the middle. Stay lukewarm. That's how you maintain emotional control. When other women are getting all irate, all unstable, you remain centered in the middle. I don't care if this is the first dude that told you you look cute. Stay centered. I don't care if the dude say he got a big dick. Stay centered. I don't care if he's saying he want to pay a bill or two. Stay centered. Stay centered. Don't do a high and low. Yes, neutrality is balance. That's our home. That's where we got to live, UGC. That's where we got to live. Because once you stay focused and centered and you don't go off to the left or the right, which is very, very happy, like I'm euphoric happy, or manic depressive suicidal. Those are the two extremes. You got to stay off either end of those, because both of those are insanity. Extreme happiness, euphoria, is momentary insanity too. Even though it feels good, you're still insane, because in your euphoria you're agreeing to things you haven't thought out. You haven't processed mentally yet. You are out of your mind when you're extremely happy or when you're extremely sad. Both ends. So you stay centered. Hey, Sulk, is my 6-year-old daughter wants to know if you have a horse. She calls you a cowgirl. Tell your baby girl I don't have a horse yet, but where I'm going, I will. And I'm going to take pictures, and I want you to show her. I'm gonna have footage of me riding horses and stuff, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be a cowgirl for real. So tell her, just hold your horses. Tell her to hold the horses. It's coming. It's coming. Thank you. My pleasure, Kiona. My pleasure. Don't fall into traps. They are out here selling mirages. Yeah, that's what's going on. That is what's going on. It's either you're buying or you're selling. It's really one or the other. And you got to ask yourself, in any encounter, who's buying and selling in this situation here? Am I the buyer or am I the seller here? And how do you feel about that? Once you figure out which end of the spectrum you're on, then you assess, well, is this the position I want to be in? I want to be buying this shit that somebody's selling. Do I need what it is they're selling? Do I believe what they're selling is quality? Is this thing that they're selling me, is it gonna make my life better? I mean, these are the things you have to ask yourself. These are things you have to ask yourself. I can see Silk is having a horse ranch. I would love that, actually. I would love that. It's coming. All those things are coming. All those things are coming. Trust. So that's it, y'all. I needed to kind of sort of do a part 2, because some stuff is on my mind, and I be thinking about y'all. I be thinking about y'all. I'm like, oh Lord, I hope y'all ain't fucking no piece of shit dudes this weekend. I be thinking about y'all's vagina. I be thinking about y'all's vagina more than my own. I'm like, y'all have mercy, man. I wonder what Sheila doing with her vagina this weekend. I hope she ain't giving it away. That's what it is. That's what it is. I got girls, so I'm always policing. I'm always like, where your vagina at? Where's your vagina at? I hope it's on you. I hope you ain't left it nowhere. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's love right there. It is. Thanks for thinking of our snatches. Yes. Y'all snatches are on my mind. Your snatches are my snatch. I feel like y'all vaginas belong to me. I be invested in y'all's vaginas and stuff, like it's my own and shit. I don't want y'all to feel no pain. I really don't. I don't want y'all to feel pain. I don't want y'all to get played. I don't want y'all to get used. I really, really, really don't. This is why I say it the way I say it. With the energy and the bravado and the whatever. I say it this way because I just don't want nobody to mess with y'all. I really don't. Men are needed. Men are required, and y'all, I'm pro black love, And but before that, I'm pro us. I'm pro what's the word I'm looking for? I'm pro preservation, self-preservation. I'm pro mental health for us, and I realize that a lot of it goes to shit because of these relationships. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I'm a brother. She's 100% right. Don't react to nothing we say. The brother says don't react to nothing we say. Seriously. There's definitely a protocol. Yes, there is. Thank you, Just Be Real. The loving care here on this channel should continue. Black women into accepting ugliness and her right to be happy always. Listen, this thing called ugly versus pretty, it's, I mean, I've said it before, it's a trap. It is the beginning of how the serpent beguiles you. What did Eve go through in the garden when she was talking to the serpent? The serpent said, if you eat of this fruit from that tree over there, this is going to make you beautiful. You're going to be beautiful and wise. Beauty. Beauty is our downfall. That this thing called vanity is how we get played. It's how we get played. It's very hard for a woman to have discernment when her concern is how she looks in the eyes of men. It's hard for you to be objective when you're looking to be beautiful to him. If you're looking to be beautiful to him, if that is the main goal, then you're going to do things that compromise all the other things that you need to have in place in order to even know, what you got. And that's what it is. Okay. All right, wait a minute now. Hold on. Y'all, I gotta move this damn car. Because this fool don't know how to drive. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't think I can drive with this thing on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. You like that song? I don't want them to copyright me here. Yeah, bring me a higher love, for real. Yeah, y'all, so that's what I'm saying. The downfall of us is vanity. That's the fall. So that's what we have to reject. And you've got the Jezebel spirit women giving other ladies bad advice. Well, there's that. There is that. There is that. And it's usually the women that solicit you into selling your bodies. I was watching that documentary of that guy who supposedly committed suicide in jail. What's his name? The one who had a plane and a whole island where he was flying underage girls. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was flying underage girls in, yeah, Epstein. I was looking at some of that documentary and how he got, the underage girls to come in, and it was women soliciting. It would be underage girls soliciting other underage girls to come in. And it was weird because as I watched, some of the girls talk about, tearfully how the guy used them, how he forced them to do lewd acts and all that kind of stuff. And then at the same time, these same girls that said they were forced, well, not forced, but kind of coerced or manipulated, whatever, because none of them were tied up. They, he said, touch my penis, and that's what they did. But after they did that, these girls went out and recruited other girls. So they were told to do certain things. They were made to do certain things, supposedly forced, right? And I'm not denying that they were. But at the same time that they were forced, they recruited other girls to come in and do the same thing. Because they were getting, I think they were getting $250 a head for every girl they recruited. So they were abused, but they went out recruiting other girls. So there's that part. So it be these women that and it's happening right now with OnlyFans and stuff. You know how many women were in my inbox when OnlyFans started kicking off real good? So because you heard about, you can make such and such. I'm like, y'all, for real? So you all you gotta do is set up the account, and these dudes pay a monthly subscription, and you ain't even gotta, they don't even have to touch you. You just on film, and you will make easy money and all that. And these are women talking to me. So I can only imagine this conversation with a 16-year-old girl, a 16-year-old impressionable girl. It's gonna go, well, maybe I should do it too. Make me some quick money. I got my cell phone bill, my little Boost Mobile bill, and I need new shoes or whatever it is. Pay for my prom dress or whatever it is. Because there were women trying to recruit me into the shit. So imagine a girl who's not savvy, who ain't making a lot of money, bad relationship with her parents, stuff going on, struggling, especially now with the quarantine and all that stuff, struggling. Imagine how easy it would be to convince her. This is what women do. This is what women do. Some feel if they were abused, it's okay if others are abused. That's commonplace too. That's very common amongst women. This is how the women try to get you to be baby mamas. She got 3 kids. She said, well, girl, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. I survived it. Ain't this what other women say to other women? When you saving yourself, she go, what you doing that for? Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. I took care of mine, and they survived. They ain't on the street. They ain't, she trying to sell you on how great being a single mother is. This is what women do. Just imagine there's a lot of black. Let me turn this off. Just imagine there's a lot of black women who are a part of the pyramid scheme, thinking they are going to make bank, recruiting other women by the use of sad stories and vanity every single time. Do you know how common that is? Do you know how common that is? That's the point. That is the point. So we got to be careful out here. Selkish, you are amazing. Thank you, Jihad. A lot of these girls targeted girls who were having issues at home or poor. They knew all their secrets and knew they'd be good targets for Epstein. Yes. Yes, that's how they chose them. That's how they chose them. They chose the ones having a hard time at home and the ones who needed money. Those were the easiest ones to recruit. Unfortunately, they were the easiest ones to recruit. The ones who were having problems at home and needed money. And she'll tell you, girl, all you gotta do, you ain't gotta do much. All you gotta do is a massage. All you gotta do is massage for 20 minutes and you get $250. Knowing she had to jack him off and he probably skeeted all over her face. But she said she'll set up another girl. She'll set up another girl. So at one point he's a monster, but you recruiting for that 250 kickback. You still recruiting for that 250 kickback. So there's that part. Yes, we have to become strong. We really do. We really, really do. So they clearly don't understand your message if they are asking you, Selka. What are they asking me? You completely disgusted by OnlyFans. Listen, what happened before is happening now. It's the same thing. People, women are selling themselves for a couple of dollars. That's never going to end. Now it's just technology is helping women become more accessible. That's what technology is doing now. But this thing hasn't slowed up, and it won't. Actually, it won't. It's not going to slow up. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful. Yes, just be real. The predators are running wild, and we have to get out of their way. It's not about confronting people out here. It's about stepping out of their way. You don't have to yell and scream with everybody. You just gotta just step out of their way. That's the safest course. You see somebody acting the fool, you suspect them of being not so tight in the head, step out of their way. Don't get in nobody's face. Make a mental note and kick rocks. Get out of Dodge. Get out of Dodge. And that's it. Reasons why people have to talk to their teens. Listen, not only teens, but grown women too. We're not as conscientious and street savvy as we think. As much as teen girls have to be talked to, grown women have to be talked to and supported as well. Because grown women succumb to peer pressure all the time too. We're not logical thinkers. We're really not. We're really not. So this is why your circle of influence, you got to be careful who your circle of influence is. You have to be so careful with that. That's why when you don't take the bait, other women get mad at you. They start acting funny towards you because they're miserable and they want you to be miserable right along with them. Exactly. 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 And this is why your so-called friendships, you got to be careful with who you're deciding to befriend, who you're deciding to get close to. You got to be real careful with that. Real careful with that, because whatever they're into, you're going to be influenced by it. I don't care if you're a grown woman or 16 years old, you're going to be influenced by it. Your associations really become who you are. They really do. Show me your 5 friends, I'll show you who you are. And this is real. This is what they say in the business world, but because it's real. It's real. The people you are around the most will influence you. That's right. Misery loves company. They defend OnlyFans so fiercely too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I had a falling out with a couple of chicks over my views on the OnlyFans thing. They like, women are paying they child's college tuition, paying their mortgage, living the lifestyle and all this stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. If that's what it's about, then okay. I still disagree. I still disagree. Because you got to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. And a lot of these stuff, listen, this shit, the OnlyFans shit is the gateway. Y'all think it's just OnlyFans? OnlyFans is the gateway. If a dude's giving you a subscription money to watch you twirl around and clap your booty cheeks, all he got to do is say, listen, I got an extra 200. I got an extra 200 if you meet me at such and such and just let me look at it. Let me look at it in person. I ain't even gonna touch you. I just want to see you in person. I got another $200 for you so I can look at that booty clap in person. And then you meet him down on 45th and Lenox Avenue or something like that, because he want to see your booty, your clap your booty cheeks live. And it goes from that to, well, I got another extra 100 if you let me touch it. If you let me touch it, I got another 200, 2 yards for you. Just let me touch it. I got another 200 for you. Just let me touch. I ain't gonna do nothing else. I just wanna, feel your cheeks. Then you let him feel your cheeks. Then next thing you know, he like, well, listen, if you really want all this, you see what's in my wallet? You see what's in my wallet? You can have all of this. If you just, let me move it around in there a little bit. And then there's that. It don't never just be this thing right here. It don't never just be that. This quick money is very addictive, It's like crack. Are you making it that easy? You can justify doing a little bit more. You could justify doing a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And that's what happens. This is how these 16 and 15-year-old girls get caught up, because these hoes that tell them, listen, you ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is twirl around, open your legs a little bit, and he gonna slide you 5 yards for that. And you go, okay. And from the moment you compromise your morals and your values and open your knees to somebody who's jacking himself, you see him, he's jacking himself off to an image of you. You can justify him touching you afterwards a little bit. You can justify anything you have to do sexually for money after that. It's easy. It's a gateway drug. It's a gateway drug. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I feel sorry for those women too, because they'll do anything for money and their self-esteem is on the floor. Listen, it's real out here. It's real out here. So if you don't have to compromise yourself in any way, consider yourself lucky. If you actually have skills where you don't have to lay on your back to pay rent, lights, and all that kind of stuff, consider yourself lucky. Lucky. It's very real. It's very real. And this is why we got to talk to our young girls. We have to talk to them. You got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to your own vagina. You got to go, listen, Vag. Listen, I understand what you want and all that kind of stuff, but here's what we're going to do. I'm the executive. I'm the executive marketing director of this show called My Life right here, and I understand you want what you want, but this is what we're going to do here, because I'm not trying to be caught out here as statistic. You got to talk to your own vagina. That's what you got to do. So it is what it is. So y'all, I'm gonna jump off now. I just had to do, I guess, a part 2. Because y'all had me in my feelings. Had me in my feelings about how y'all feel. We got to get some happy. We got to just decide we just gonna be happy. That's real. That's really it. At the end of the day, we have to come to the conclusion that this is my life, and I'm going to seek out happiness wherever I can find it. I'm gonna make sure my life means something because I get to decide that, and that's what you got to do. Thank you, Tiffany. Mariah. Is it Maria or Mariah? Am I saying it? Mariah? Praise God is right. That's right, Cherie. Aisha. Kiona, The Weaver, Eden, Shaniqua. Who else we got? Just Be Real, my admins, Rosemary, Whitney, Sun Lion. Who else we got here? Shinny Eyes. All of y'all, everybody. 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 Thank you. I love your videos. This is my first time catching you live. Oh, is it? Well, nice. Welcome for the first time. Welcome for the first time. Welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all subscribe. Who hasn't subscribed? Make sure you do that. Go on my site. Subscribe to the site, theuglygirlsclub.com. I'm working on a book. I'm still writing it. Things have slowed up a little bit because I'm in the process of moving, and I got so much stuff I got to pack, so much stuff I have to ship, and it's been a little bit, wonky. But once everything settles itself, we're gonna get back to what we need to do. So if any of y'all got testimonials and pictures of yourselves you want to add to the book, for some woman in Brazil who might be reading the book and needs encouragement, that's what I'm imagining. My book is going to be read by a young lady in Africa. Maybe. What would you want her to know? What has this movement done for you that you want to convey to her in your own words? Like how has this philosophy, the Ugly Girls philosophy, actually changed your life? These are the stories I want to share with other women. So it's not just me talking, although I am profound and all that, but real life people. How are you applying this to your life? So if you have that and you really want to be a part of this thing, because this is a coalition, if you want to be a part of this thing, and you could even be anonymous. You don't even have to put your name. You can do anonymous if you like. You just want to share your words. Send it to info@theuglygirlsclub.com. You sent your picture? Okay. Then I should have it in my file then. I should have it in my file. So anybody else who wants to, it's not too late. I'm still working on the book. So, immortalize yourself. You said you can't wait to buy it. I can't wait either. I'm like, I'm shots fired. I'm putting all into it. I'm putting everything I got into that book. So I want it to be a compendium. I want you to be able to flip through it when you're having a hard time and read something and you're like, all right, I'm back. That's the goal of that. So, and that's it. That is it. So yes, definitely, if you have not subscribed to the uglygirlsclub.com, do that. When you subscribe to the site, you get a free ebook. Free ebook when you subscribe. So just go ahead and do that. It's free to join, and you get a free gift for joining. If you're female, please guys, don't, this ain't for you. What else? And go to my art site too, iloveherart.com, because I have a sale going on now because I can't lug all of my catalog with me, all of my inventory. So I'm letting go of some babies that I've held on to for a long time, original art pieces. I'm letting them go for almost free, up to 90% off. So just go and pick up something. Shop. Get you something. Doorbuster sale, iloveherart.com. And that's it. And if you need private coaching with me, you can also email me, and I'll talk to you about the different services, what will work best for whatever it is you're going through. And let's do that. Let's heal each other, man. That's what this thing is about. That's all I'm about. All right? So that's it. I thank y'all again. You say you use Kindle. I was making this book was gonna be hard like a paperback book. I might do a digital version of it, but the goal was to have all of my books are digital, so this was going to be the first actual paperback book that I've done. But I'll probably have a digital version too. I probably will. You're something special for that. Salute, Selkis. Thank you. I'm trying to be special in this world. We're all special. We're all special. All right, y'all. So I thank you, everybody who donated and supported Jen. You can always cash at me if you want to throw a couple dollars in the cash app. Where my admins at? You put my cash app up. You know, all donations are appreciated. You said whatever you release, I'll get. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, so I'll let y'all know, once I get out of the editing phase, close to the end of that, I'm gonna do a pre-release, and y'all be able to buy the book pre-release, and then we go for it. We go for it. All right. So y'all have a good night. Drink some tea, drink some chamomile tea, some turmeric or something. Keep your immune system up. And we'll talk soon. This was a double gift, a double deuce today. I had a lot to say. So if y'all didn't see the earlier live, y'all need to go ahead and see that one. That one was epic. That one I dropped a lot of truth bombs in that one. Go ahead and watch it before that one might go in my archives. That one might go behind a lot of my videos. I'm pulling them and I'm going to have them as part of a digital package. So go ahead and view that. Go ahead and view that one. That one was a hot one. It really was. It really was. So yes, hit the links. Hit the links. All right. So I'm out. I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow. Who knows? If I have time, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Peace and love. Bye.